What's going on, YouTube? It's NC and Place Me, Children, Mr. A&D. Back on the TV experience here. And yes, we are going over, I don't have my full crew today, but we missed about 2 weeks of Bel-Air that we got to talk about. And right now joining me is not Deion Sanders of Primetime.
Yo, it's me, the TB master.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. That's something new. Need to stay new. And then we got the greatest catch late sketch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to, Freshman Flo who couldn't be here today. But, so I decided to combine the review here. We have episode 6 and episode 7 that we didn't go to. Episode 6 called The Strength to Smile. Very powerful episode by Lisa and her mom as they're doing, the charity event for her. We really find out how trash her daddy is.
Her dad, big trash.
And then episode 7, Payback is a Bitch. Because, that's the name of the episode. Because Carlton gets some payback, to Connor. And then, Will tries to, throw up a house party. They kind of give him that. And also, we get the return of your boy, Reed Broderick.
Oh, my God.
So,
He's suave. I'm pretty sure that's his theme song, something like that.
Light-skinned adultery sorcerer.
Light-skinned adultery.
He either trying to break up somebody happy home, or is stalking somebody.
Yeah.
He don't know what to do with himself in his movie roles now, or TV roles.
So, with episode 6, basically, Lisa comes over, and she is obviously it's a jarring day for her because obviously she has to think back to her mom this day, and then of course we find out that her dad has gotten this lady pregnant and is also going to be there, and she is just overwhelmed with so much emotion about her mom, and then her mom was in the poetry, and how her mom was sick at the end, and it feels like her stepmom is trying to basically erase, her mom away from her. That's how Lisa is feeling in this episode. So, as soon as I was seeing it, I was just like, something don't feel right here. Because obviously I was just like, because the way they was making it seem like was that her dad moved on very, very fast. After after her mom's death, and she was having a trouble time, dealing with that, and of course Carlton was trying to be there for her and things like that, but she was letting Will know that whatever was going on between her and Carlton is like that because she felt as though that Carlton was trying to use her to to exploit his feelings and things like that, and I was just like, that's some shady shit to do, to be honest with you. So
he probably was coked up when he did, so he probably didn't even notice.
You know what? As you think about that, that's right. So one of those, as the whole night as they was trying to plan for all that stuff and everything like that, it's we find out that, as I'm skimming through it, that Lisa's father actually cheated on their mama. I think it was a year before she died, because he took
probably maybe right as she was getting sick, maybe.
Yeah, it had to be because he talks about his new wife was talking about this police thing that he took her to, and it was at this golf event or whatever the case may be, or the police event that was in 2018, and Lisa's mom didn't die until 2019, and so that's a full year of while she was sick. He was messing with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And when Viv puts the pieces together and finds that shit out, like she needs a minute because she's like, yo, I will curse this man out from pillar to post if if he even tries to come and talk to me about the stuff that's happening, and Lisa's already having a hard time dealing with this. So, did you expect that little twist of events that happened with her dad and
I mean, usually in the show when they don't like the mom, it's for like a good reason, but this reason it's like, oh well, yeah, that makes tons of sense.
So, yes, Felicia just came in that when they just found out that Lisa's dad was cheating on her mom a full year before she died, with this girl at that event that they went to. And when Aunt Viv was just found out, she was like, I gotta remove myself from the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just saying, I was asking, probably did he see that twist kind of coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did. I'm sorry, I don't know if probably, but I did.
Yeah. That's some dirty shit to do. I mean, it happens.
I mean, he's a policeman, so I mean, he's a police chief, so I mean,
Exactly. Also, I didn't trust his face from the first episode of the show. Not even being funny. I was like, something's awful. From the moment they started it, and he was like, "This is Fred Wilkes," and I was like, something is not right with this guy. I was right.
Well, I didn't notice that I didn't know he was gonna come back to play because I definitely thought there was something wrong with him at first. Him and the other dude that was standing there.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't. I don't think we've seen him again, so he might come back later in the fold. But yeah, he did. I didn't know he was the chief at that time. I didn't know he was gonna come back to play, but obviously,
but he looked shifty.
Yeah, he did.
Now, also in this episode, this is the episode because Hillary comes back to cook for her mom to help her out, and we get Ashley and her friends come over. We get more Ashley.
Thank God. In
this episode, and obviously Ashley has this crush on I forgot what her friend's name is. Lucia, right?
Lucia, yeah.
And they were there in the game room and stuff like that. And I remember she was talking to Hillary. Hillary was about explaining to her how to just tell the girl how she feels. Homeboy that's with Ashley, one of her friends, clearly likes Ashley.
Yeah.
That's like her Tevin Campbell in this Bel-Air show.
No, he's not famous. Remember Tevin Campbell wasn't Tevin Campbell, but he was still famous.
Yeah. I mean, well, everybody can't get the boys in motion. You know what I'm saying?
Boys in motion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But so when when they were playing on the little basketball game, and Ashley was telling the boy to go get them some drinks, and then her friend was like, Lucia was like, or Ashley said he was kind of goofy, and then but Lucia was like, she likes goofy, you know what I'm saying, she Spice a little bit goofy, and Ashley was like, feeling herself like, okay, well, I got to tell you about to reveal herself, but when Lucia said, I got something to tell you, because she got feelings for somebody.
Yeah.
And she came out and said it was Will.
Girl, sit down.
I've been there. That heart was ripped out. Everything. How she looked at Lucia up here. Now she look at her down here. She ain't indestructible no more. I was just like, sis, you 12.
Exactly.
You trying to get the 16-year-old man?
No, he was because every one thing she said, he's so cute. No, she was really hyping him up. He should get a YouTube channel. He got so much swag.
Yeah.
I said, girl, what? Yeah.
And you know what? I felt bad for Ashley.
I felt bad for Ashley too. Poor baby.
How about probably you feel bad for Ashley?
I mean, I do, but then I'm like, I feel like later she's gonna find her niche.
Yeah, I think she.
I mean, maybe she might be a singer, become a singer, and then a lot of people are gonna be flocking over her. Maybe she needs to sing and have a scene, and have Will and Carlton back her up. No, but still, like I would.
She gotta have more than 2 scenes in the show for us to get some development for that.
Well, Ashley in the first Fresh Prince was not in the first season, not in that many scenes. It's just that her scenes were memorable,
Yeah,
so it's kind of a
she
difference.
was kind of young, so I get it. But it's like they try. It feels kind of like they're trying to throw Ashley a bone in this series. Like, yeah, she's young, and so she wouldn't be as involved in a lot of these issues. But I don't know. Like, I just feel like they're not developing her enough. But we'll see. Hopefully, we get some more next.
Yeah, even with this being like a huge drama series, I don't think you want to throw the character like Ashley in such deep drama shit right at 12.
But I mean, the stuff that she has is appropriate. We just don't see a whole lot of it. Like 12-year-olds trying to figure out, they have a crush on somebody and stuff like that. Cause she never said. Cause people were just like, why they had to make her gay. She didn't say. She said she's trying to figure it out. She just likes Lucia, and that's why they had her sit and talk to the girl at Hillary's dinner.
Yeah.
So she was just like, you don't have to like throw a label on it if you like what you like. There are some people who really just are like, I'm attracted to a certain person. Whatever. But we didn't get enough to even delve into that.
Yeah, no, because like I said, this show was mostly centered around that, and when Lisa's stepmom was just like, I want to go up there and make a speech.
Why?
I don't know why she want to do that.
I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
Because she said, she's always been supposed to be about my mom, and she's trying to make it about her.
Definitely is.
And always trying to make it about herself. And I like when Viv was like, look, you are a guest in this house, and if you are a guest, you will sit down. If you don't want to sit down, then you can leave. Thanks. And then when they finally found out that, oh, wait a minute, you cheated on your wife, my friend. You cheated on her while she was sick.
While she had lupus. Like, she was dying, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck bull.
It really was. And then
went and got you a trophy wife to put on your arm. And neglect your other child.
And have another baby.
Big facts.
And have a new baby. And then tells Uncle Phil that he going to be running against him in the race.
Again,
say pop, 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 pow, all the shot right to your face.
Fuckball. Again, that's all I got to say.
And then we go over to after that episode comes to conclusion. We go over to the next episode, and this episode is focusing, some of Carlton as well, because he's finally seeing the passive aggressive, even racism that he gets at his school, especially from Connor. You know what I'm saying?
Douchebag.
And when he was kind of off his game, and then everybody was just throwing it at him, and then Connor makes a slight remark, this is one sport that they can't take away from us. And you didn't hear that part?
I missed that part, Pinky.
No, that's why he tackled him on the.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought he was just sick of his shit. I didn't know that he said that.
Yeah, no, when they went back to the huddle, when the coach said,
finish him.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. He said, to go play with the practice squad. Then that's when Connor said over there with the group of other kids that this is be one sport that they can't take away from us. So then Carlton did it, and he laid him out and broke his wrist.
Oh well.
And then that's when he walked off, and then everybody was against Carlton. So Will's like, you know what? It's gonna be cool, Big C, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna be throwing a party. Yep. And then we're gonna have everybody come here, say I get a basketball team, everybody like that, and we're gonna have a good time, because if it's first of all, they were going over the finances for the campaign, and then Uncle Phil was like, we're gonna have to put some more money in this. With Dwayne Martin's ass was sitting there.
Oh Lord.
Right there. And she says
Will Smith just be like, here, let me throw you a bone, friend.
Yeah, literally. That's basically what it is. Like, I won't be surprised if we see the whole cast of all of us.
Shut up.
Make a appearance in Bel-Air.
It's just Dwayne Martin. That's all he care about.
So, she was saying, well, you should get your finances into this? And then she said, well, I got to think about it. But then, Phil already had the money out. And then Dwayne Martin opened up and said, you want me to transfer it back?
Sir, who told you that? You're fired. We probably not finna see him no more. He fired.
I mean, I could have sworn I thought he got fired the last episode, but I guess not. Because then that's when Phil said, "That's why I got my own millions," and walked off. I thought that's when he fired him, but I guess he didn't.
It's not. No, this man is still in the huff of this
He's
stuff.
Still here.
So we're like, you just gonna just take the money. Then he made the mistake of saying, "Well, it was from my account," and he was like, "Oh, so it's your account now?" So I was just like, "Bro, you just
digging a hole."
So
and then Dwayne gonna talk about my account. That's your excuse. You the one that got me into it. What you mean?
Oh, that that shit was dumb. And now I said as soon as it happened, I was just like, every time you talking, he started to look more and more like Reed Broderick.
But say, here come the adulterer and sorcerer.
Yep.
Coming slinking in.
Which, by the way, I did not mention. Also, in the previous in episode 6 is when he talked her into putting her artwork up for the auction.
Yes.
The secret auction. He said if it makes more than 15 G's, I forgot what kind of deal they had.
He said if it makes more than $15,000, then she displays her art in a gallery or whatever.
Yeah, and so like that. And of course, he come over there as the anonymous person to give it 15 G's, and then Phil come over there and make it 20.
Bruh, yeah. Come on, pissing contest for her art.
That's basically what it is.
So I wonder, did they ever go back to that though? Did they ever say like, you bought my art? Like, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever addressed the fact that he bought it.
I think they did.
They kind of skated past that part.
Yeah, I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think they did that neither. They should have, but I don't think they did. To be honest with you, she go all the way to San Diego to look fly that dress, by the way, to go up there and meet with Reed to talk about some kind of art expo that's gonna be coming up. Or I forgot what the exact name of it is. Maybe Prime. I'm not sure.
No, I think it's on something about the art expo or something. I forgot what the actual name is.
Yes, but what we don't know is Phil's like because Jeffrey said you need to be looking into this Reed Broderick guy.
Yeah, he told him. He told Jeffrey to look into him. Yeah, he said I already am. Yeah, and then he gave him the little dossier.
Yeah,
it was just like a man's a player. He be out here slanging that thing. You might want to go get your wife.
Slanging that thing.
Yeah, thinging. But yes.
Slap it up on your forehead and give it the Michael Ealy talk. Man. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the Michael Ealy to say right there. But yeah, so they're over in San Diego dealing with that, which leaves Hillary in charge to have this party that Will is having there. So meanwhile, she's obviously having issue with because she put up the sexy cook thing.
She did not.
Well, she didn't put it up. Kylo put it up for her. He edited and everything for her.
Bull put it up.
Yeah, he edited.
So just a question, just a question.
Yeah,
he edited and put it up for her. What? That's not weird to nobody.
That is weird.
Well, that's what he said. He didn't say that. The other lady told her that. She said, "If you put it in the cloud."
But I'm saying, isn't that like, it shouldn't be like illegal? Like, I don't know. Never mind.
It's in her contract.
It's in her contract.
It's just weird that he just edited that. Like, he probably, how many times he probably watched that?
Exactly. That part is definitely weird. Like, the whole idea of this is weird. I know apparently there are really influencer houses. I don't know if that's how they function. But the fact that he took the video and sliced it up the way he wanted it and threw it up because she recorded it in the house.
Yeah.
No, bro. No. We would have had the fist fight. But it was weird. Like, but no, she didn't put that up. He put that up, and then it kind of like it got some traction. And he was like, "Well, Victoria's Secret wants to talk to you," and bro. No, wait. Before we skip that, the way she did Jazz.
Yes, because Jazz came over to the party because, Will called him over. But he was looking at hell right. You know what I'm saying? And then they ended up going to upstairs in, was that her dad's office?
Yeah.
So they kicked him out, but then they started getting a little hot and heavy in there. But then she gets a text notifying that where Kyla was at, she's gonna run up on him to take down the video. And the judge's like, all right, I'm gonna ride with you. You know what I'm saying? Put look like it's gonna be good. I'm gonna ride.
Shut up.
So I'm gonna ride with you. So meanwhile, Will's trying to, as him and Lisa are getting closer. Mm-hmm. He tries to set up Carlton with this girl named Aisha.
Yeah.
So we got an Easter egg to the Carlton dance in the show.
We did. It was cute.
Yeah. So when he was saying that's my favorite dance, when he was doing, when this girl on TikTok was doing the Carlton, and she said, you're so much cooler than your rap. And he said, so what's my rap? And then he was just
she tried to back up and be like, don't worry about it. But he was like, no, tell me. I was like, he not ready for this.
He not ready for this one at all. So,
and she actually said it kind of nice because she could have really clowned him.
Yeah, but maybe she was saying, obviously what he likes does not disqualify him from being black. But she said it doesn't help neither when you don't come when you make it a point not to hang around us.
Yeah.
Or you don't go to those meetings
the Black Student Union meetings.
Yeah, the Black Student Union meetings, stuff like that. So when it's like it doesn't matter. If you like a certain kind of thing, whether
you can like what you like, but don't shun. And I mean, it goes both ways. It's like don't shun him because he likes,
Do y'all think they're gonna get to that episode though?
Say what?
Do y'all think they're gonna get to that episode of Fresh Prince?
Which episode?
Where he questions his blackness at the fraternity thing.
Yeah,
I think this was supposed to be the equivalent of that.
Oh,
that's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, this is that episode where he questions his blackness at the frat house.
But that one he stood up for himself and still was like, I could be black and still like these things. But this one, he just told him basically to go away, pretty much.
Well, she didn't really tell him to go away.
I'm saying he told
Connor.
He told Connor them to go away, but he didn't really stand up for his. So I don't know.
It probably wasn't as impactful, but he did because after she told him about himself, he was in his feelings, and he walked off. And then
as expected.
Yeah, and then he found Will. He was like, "Look, I seen some alone time. It wasn't to do drugs, believe it or not."
I was scared it was. I was like, "Lord, he finna go up there and crush up that Xanax."
I know he about to snort Monday through Friday.
Shut up.
All them pill caddies. But he got a message from his boy John that said meet him in the game room, and John was his Asian friend that was in there, and said, "I want you to squash the beef with you and Connor." And then he said, "Okay, but if you apologize for all the races and it's just the things you've been saying, and not just the black stuff, talk about the Asian stuff, the Hispanic stuff, the homophobic stuff." And then his friend John, when he heard the Asian, he like this.
He really? Did. I was like, "Bro, don't act like this is new. Like you ain't never heard this before."
But then he said, "No, you're sensitive, and this party's whack."
He hit the Leon on him. Y'all is mama's boys.
Y'all don't know about me and women. So he was about to leave, and he told me about the code. He was like, "No, we good right here." So then he lost all his power. So then he left, and that's what
he left and pulled a Chad.
Yeah,
called the cops.
And so Carlton's like, "Well, he goes back and plays with his friends and stuff like that." So he's all in a good mood now. He stood up because Aisha the quote, just give him a little nod like, stand up for yourself. Stand up for us.
Yeah, I mean, because that's kind of the thing. It's like, bro, nobody can tell you what to like. We are all of privilege here, so y'all will have access to different things. But don't just be hanging out. But I said, it's not even just being around. You are actively hanging out with and best friends with the person who is out here talking cat shit about literally everyone.
Yeah.
In a very racist way.
And so, of course, now, Will and Lisa go up to his room, and she was just like, I want to know all your secrets, but Uncle Phil told me to get an episode like, y'all being closer, you may not want to talk to her about why you came here from Philly.
But he said stay away from her so she wouldn't slip up and tell her.
Fair enough. You're right, because her dad was sitting there low-key trying to say, find out why Will's here in Philly.
I'm not going to be your spy.
Man, look, so obviously we found that Lisa's first name was what again?
Beulah.
Beulah. Who I see that in the museum next to Gertrude.
Beulah sits in the front row of the church with the tambourine.
And
I'm glad they kept it though, because that's her name in the show too.
I was right. Yeah. That is her name in the other show.
Oof, that is old. She go to Cracker Barrel and get her crispy pancakes with the crispy edges.
Shut up, yeah.
She does. She do that. She see she wants to find a way from Philly that he says, look, I just came out here to really get a good education.
Get a better education.
And then next thing you know, I mean, it ain't had no Cisco in the background playing. Had that new Army shit going on.
Shut up, the vibey music.
Yeah, the vibe music. But she was ready to give it a draw. She said, you sure what do? She said, I trust you. I was like, oh.
Whenever somebody say I trust you, they end up pregnant. Please don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh boy. And then they get hot and heavy between the sheets. And Carl starts looking for Will. He's like,
I mean, well, this is a drama, so
It is.
I know.
Carl's looking for Will. Like, has anybody see Will? Like, I want to let him know that he made me feel good. Everybody see Will. But then Connor gets me a text saying, you about to get some visitors. And then as Carl's about to go up to Will's room slowly, like he knows that they up there.
He knows something happening.
Yeah. But then here comes the LAPD owner of the house, and then just belittles Carl to tell him to stand right there, and makes you feel like Ryan Coogler. Trying
also. Also, a question though.
Don't encourage the shenanigans.
For Carlton, if he had an inkling of something going on, what he just wanted to catch it, like what he just wanted to, I knew it. Like what was he gonna do?
Well, I think he was like naive to the thing. Like he tried to go explain like, my friend is just mad, and then there's nothing going on. Officer, we cool. But then I said he's getting a wake up call to
what it's really like.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Felisa.
He's talking about with Will and Lisa, I think.
Oh,
going up when he was going upstairs looking for him. He knew something was wrong. Like, why would you just want to just openly like catch it rather than
because there's always a chance when you don't know. There's always a chance when you don't know. Because it's like I know that he probably in there, but since I really don't know, there's always that such chance that it could just be Will up there, chatting with one of his Philly friends or something like that, or eating cheese eggs, one of the other things.
Later cheese eggs.
Yeah, so it could be one of those things. But when Will and Lisa see, the red and blue, the sound of the police outside, he was just like, oh man, I can get down there. She said, well here, I can help. And since her dad's the chief of police, told all his men to disperse.
Yeah.
And got there, but that's when Carlton first gets the first look.
They came downstairs together.
They came downstairs together.
Looking kind of disheveled.
Now, meanwhile...
I got two questions for this.
Go ahead.
Question number one.
Uh-huh.
The dude is running already at this point, right? Wilkes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they don't know his family. He hasn't been in the public by now?
About his wife dying, he got a baby coming?
No, I'm saying he hasn't been in the
daughter
public.
That he's been putting on the back burner so he could show off his pregnant trophy wife? Probably not. Yeah,
but like when you the DA, don't you like have all your family up there? Like how Phil be having a family up there? They don't know his family by now?
They didn't know that Ryan Coogler was the director of Black Panther?
Because they was all okay. You think the people seen Black Panther? Come on now.
They was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. Well,
I was
right.
That is Wakanda in the United States. Atlanta.
That's where they filmed it at, actually. But yeah, okay. Anyways, and it's second question: did they not know that was Philip Banks' house?
They knew. That's why I was like, they knew.
Like they have to. Somebody's like, if you're asking whose house it is, and literally he's telling you the truth, like some stuff. I'm like, all right, like. So I can understand if 1,000 people say this is my house. If one person is like, no, this is my house, you're just not gonna believe them.
No, I think that also was part of that was supposed to be part of Carlton's lesson. I think where it's like you've been, you've been living this privileged life, and now you see kind of what it would have if you didn't have the out that Lisa was there to say, my dad wants to talk to you. Then they would have treated him just like any other black guy.
Yeah, just demean him. And that's how the episode ends. But before the episode ends, we had to go back to San Diego, and where Viv and Phil start talking about, what's going to have what was it, radical honesty, as it was called, as radical honesty, and she reveals about how she felt about those years of her having the kids and having the deadlines. And she basically felt as though she gave the painting up to have a family and support him, and she never got a chance to go back to her art. Mm-hmm. And she said, if I need you always want to come to save me. If I need to save it was 15 years ago. But then Phil was just like,
counterpunch.
It was just like radical honesty.
Shut up.
I have supported your paintings, for the longest time, and then but you just, even when things were getting rough, you kept questioning yourself.
Yeah, it's like you used me as an out, basically.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And then you jumped in. So he was trying to be nice. Said, look, let's try to make all. So he said, you want to go take a drive down the coast, trying to make up. And she said, I think you should go home. I said, oh, that shit hurt.
What did I tell you?
That hurt.
Here come the serpent sneaking in with the apple.
Yeah, exactly. He came in like, when the art director's knocking.
Yo, shut up. He was drunk. I'm like, bro, he knew, which is why when Uncle Phil confronted him, he was like, yeah, I know you heard my reputation and blah blah blah. So you trashed him.
Yeah.
I don't have time for
But don't believe everything that you
talk. Yeah, don't believe everything you read on Google. you think Jeffrey only gonna Google something? Come on now.
Yeah, I'm about to say no, man. This man took out his bag wallet. You know what I'm saying? Just looked through all he went through. So yeah, she told Phil to go home, and she said, "I'm gonna rescue myself." And she goes back down there to Reed and asks him when this whole the fellowship is.
I was like, well, she said she was going to rescue herself, and then she was sitting at the bar again. I said, please don't be out here doing nothing stupid. No, but she was just trying to get into her art.
Yeah. And those were those 2 episodes before we get to episode 8. So I really 6 was powerful on the emotional side. Yeah. I was saying that 7, brought 6 also brought the drama. Also 7 brought the drama. So I thought those were nice 2 episodes to go back on. Yeah, so how'd y'all feel about the episodes?
I liked them. I thought they were cool. Like, I thought it was like this series is still good to me so far.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Bel-Air. I know how much I was going to enjoy it, but right now we have episode 8 and then 9 and 10. So I can't every Thursday probably on to be like this. I'm staying up till Bel-Air come on, and I'm like I don't know how he be doing it, but he be staying up till Bel-Air be coming on. And and hopefully we can have some more TV experiences for you guys coming up. Post your comments down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review. Hit the subscribe button for more TV experiences right here at Nerd Coalition Studios. Once again, this is NC Place Me Church. I'm Mr. Andy. Now Deion says for prime time.
All right, y'all. It's been fresh.
Okay. And the Great Sketch Lady Sketch.
Bye.
And I'll see you on the next channel.